from Beautiful Guitars. Today we've got the honor of having Brandon from Marshall Music here in Woodmead, Johannesburg, South Africa. As has been requested before, we've done only a few guitar amps review, and today we're reviewing one of the most affordable but however very popular solid amp that has been released in the past few years. That is the Katana. So it was the Mark 1, now we're in the Mark 2, and this amp has grown in leaps and bounds to be very popular among both beginners, intermediate, and even professional musicians playing professional gigs. Take it on, Brendan.
How's it, Thomas? How's it, everyone? Thank you for having me on your show once again. And yes, I can't praise this amp enough. It's really something that's hit the market by storm, and this thing's it's a real head turner if you compare it to the other stuff that's available on the market. Like Tom said, there was a Mark 1 version of this amp. This amp was actually supposed to be the replacement for the Roland Cube.
Okay.
For those who do not know, Boss is Roland. It's just their guitar division side of things. So Boss Katana was the replacement for the Roland Cube amp, which is very popular. When the Boss Katana came out, the first one, everyone was expecting it to be better than the Roland Cube, but the Roland Cube has really grown onto a lot of guys. So it took a while for this amp to kind of grow onto people. They discontinued the Mark 1 and they brought out the Mark 2, which was 10 times ahead, levels ahead above the Mark 1. I personally I wasn't a fan of the Mark 1. I thought, you know what, it's a bad move from Boss. They should have named it a Roland Cube 2.0 or something. But when the Mark II came out, these have actually it's a real head turner. They sound incredible. They've really improved the sounds, the amp models, the effects, the capabilities, the things you can actually do with this amp. I'm just going to run through a few of its features. This is the 100 watt version of this amplifier. The cool thing is about this amp, we're currently running it at 50 watts. 100 watts is a lot of power.
Yeah,
but the benefit of having 100 watts, you actually do get a few more features compared to the 50. But both the 50 and the 100, they sound really incredible. They sound very, very similar. It's just a few different features. So currently, like I said, we're running at 50 watts. It's got a built-in attenuator that drops from 100 to 50 and 0.5. On your 50 watt version, you've got 50, 25, and then 0.5. And like the main reason for that is, like, you ask yourself, like, why would you buy a 100 watt amp if you want to play at 0.5 watts? I mean, that wouldn't make sense, right? Well, with a lot of amplifiers, solid state valve amplifiers, in order to get a good tone and a good feel and response from your guitar, you need to crank an amp.
Yeah.
So dropping this amp to 0.5, you can literally crank the amp and get a proper response at low levels, but you kind of get that feel of your guitar and sound from a high wattage amplifier. So that's the really, really cool feature that this amp provides, and I think that's the best for someone literally for professionals gigging. 100 watt would be more than enough. For guys practicing, kids practicing in their rooms, 0.5 with this
Exactly.
amp. This amp can literally do it all. Your 100 watt version does feature an option to get the GAFC pedal board controller for this amplifier, which basically allows you to control everything this amp can possibly do, from changing channels, from changing effects, turning on overdrives and distortions. The list goes on. Also on your 100 watt, you've got an effects loop, which is quite important, and I've noticed a lot of guys don't really know what an effects loop does. So if you, for instance, planning on building a pedal board where you're running your effects channels and you still want to use the overdrives on this amplifier, that's when the effects loop comes in handy. A lot of the pro musers that actually gig live, they will need an effects loop. Basically what it means is you're placing your effects pedals after the preamp, and it kind of sits in between the preamp and the main output stage of this amplifier, which allows you to use the overdrive channels plus adding the effects at the end of the chain, because otherwise your effects won't sound good. It's just the reality of it, and it works really well with loopers.
Right, right.
In the effects loop. I'm not going to talk too much about the amplifier now. There's a lot of reviews on YouTube about this amp. You can listen to every single tone available. I've got two really cool tones dialed in here. We're actually running this amp in stereo as well, which is another cool feature about this amp. That's the main purpose of this video, is to hear what it sounds like in stereo. So I'm literally running from the one behind me into another Boss Katana Mark II, which you actually just link at the back. It's actually got a dedicated stereo output and back to an amp input on the second one. Then it basically kills all the features on the one amp, and it basically runs
on the other
pretty
one.
much everything, all the effects and all the tones from the one amp. Although you can still change the volume and the wattage separately on your second amp, which is fantastic. So let's hear what it sounds like. I got a really nice clean tone there in the beginning of the video. I'm just going to run through some chords and stuff just so you can hear how open the stereo thing kind of sounds. And trust me guys, once you go stereo, it's really hard going back. It really sounds absolutely incredible.
Quite right.
So let's just give it a quick whirl here. Quite a big sound
Quite
in this room. I'm not sure if the video will be able to actually pick up that tone, but
It does pick it up, but to aid the viewers, they recommend that they use high quality headphones to get what we
proper
like
studio
hearing.
monitors.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to hear this from your cell phone speaker. Like it really fills up the space and actually like really makes you enjoy playing the guitar. Okay, we're going to switch to a nice overdrive channel that I dialed in here. So you can save your presets and you can literally just bounce in between your presets over there.
Quite incredible, both clean and gain sound from the amp.
Try and get that sound from a solid state or a valve amp. You're going to really struggle to get the perfect tone. It's so easy to dial it in with these. They are very easy to use and they really sound incredible.
And also that they are very light to carry
transport. It's so portable and
also you find you've got different channels that you have there, and in addition you've got different effects that you can use. So it's really an incredible amp to have, as well that it's not it's more affordable compared to your valve amp in many ways, but it's simply incredible. Like I said earlier on, even professional musicians are using this amp because it's really so incredible.
Yeah, literally out of everything that I've used, and I've been in this industry dealing with equipment for over 10 years and trying everything out from pedals to valve amps to everything across the years, this is probably one of my favorite amplifiers I've ever used. It sounds pretty incredible. Plug in, play, just the sounds there. Also, the cool thing is you can actually connect it to the software, the Boss software, and you can basically access your presets on there. You can basically choose from over 60 different Boss effects.
Yeah.
And in each effect channel, you've got 3 different variations. You can choose which effects you want in there. So you get 3 different delays, 3 different reverbs. The list goes on. You've also got 2 variations in your amp model. So if you choose between clean, crunch, lead, and brown sound, which this amp offers, you've got 2 variations of each sound. So you literally have everything. There's one amp that can do it all, and it does it really well.
I think that was very incredible what you said, Brandon, there, that once you log into the Boss station, you can really have a lot of things that are available when you're doing recording, on the software, in the computers that you use, people recording. You have that connected to Boss itself with a lot of options that you can have, which is really incredible to have. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. What do you think about the Katana? And here we've got the Katana 100, also we've got the Katana 50 that Brandon has explained. The Katana 100 has got more features than the 50, and also you've got the GAF pedal that you can use, and I see they even have got an air step that they even has got even more options to use this Katana, which is quite incredible. Cheers from Beautiful Guitars and Marshall Music here in Woodmead, Johannesburg, South Africa. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. Until next video.